Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, freaks and geeks,
ghouls and goblins.
We are back. Thank you so much for dealing with our absence as I made spooky memories on stage. And thanks if any of you came to the show. If you did, let us know in our comments what you thought.
And thanks to Man Has No Nickname to cover for us. Yes,
that was my next point. Thank you so much for that. You did a fantastic job. So, where are we tonight, honey?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because tonight is Saturday Night Nightmare! With the howling of the wolf, we will get this night started. I am one of your hosts, Echo Ninja, of course, and my lovely future wife,
Crimson Adams, and we have a treat for you.
Yes.
A trick or treat. Because it's Halloween.
Yes. And we don't have just one. We have two movies for you this evening.
Is that a trick or a treat?
We shall see. That we will be watching for our viewing will be none other than the classic John Carpenter 1978 Halloween. That's right. And of course, October 25th was the 43rd anniversary of the first Halloween movie. And funny enough, we saw
Halloween Kills the same night.
Yes. And a nice friend of ours actually saw the movie and reacted it for you guys as well.
There's our double feature.
That's right. So right after this, you can hit up the next video, which will be that one. So you guys will have your Halloween fix twice.
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right. So let's get this Halloween party started.
Bad dad joke.
Yeah, you missed it. He missed it.
Not really.
You missed it.
Let's get started with Halloween.
Excellent music.
That John Carpenter did himself. It's a long ass arm.
Well, from what I understand, the director John Carpenter didn't want gore.
No, he did not.
Wrong.
He's not even handicapped.
I was gonna say, he didn't mark for the handicap spot.
Asshole. He's like, hey baby, like my station wagon? It's like Billy Ocean. Hey, you, get into my car. He's like, watch your step, motherfucker. Hey kid, want some candy? I don't have a van, but I got a station wagon.
He just can't help himself.
I did. You were thinking the same thing.
No, I wasn't.
Come on.
Didn't even look for the body.
He didn't care. He's looking for Michael. He don't care. Totally.
15 minutes. You totally have a show. That's not true.
Totally.
Shut up.
I don't know how much gas was in this damn vehicle, but like, come
I
on.
can't imagine him going to the gas station.
Oh, hell no!
Never mind. It's been a hot day.
like a creepy Benny Hill.
That's an odd comparison. Alright, maybe not.
Jesus Christ. Wait, what'd he do? I didn't even see what he did.
He strangled her and then stabbed her.
Oh, I didn't even see the stab. All I saw was a swipe, like he just combed her hair. Said, your hair's in my face. Nice van, guy.
Does it have a purple unicorn on the side of it?
No. I guess it's not that nice then.
Oh, he's out.
He just came out of the closet. Ah.
He saw it, and it looked like it was like 4 feet away from him.
Yeah.
And now he's running down the block.
Even though the score is so simple, it's just perfect. Give it up for the jack of all trades, John Carpenter. All kinds of wrong. It's white girl mode right now.
She was the original white girl mode.
Shut the fuck up!
Best part about knitting, you have a weapon.
You idiot.
They always drop the weapon, and they drop it near the killer. I cast Resurrection.
That Undertaker.
Uh-huh.
I love how that whole motif of the boogeyman went throughout the whole movie. And that solidified it.
Well then, so that was Halloween, 1978.
Pardon the non-jump scares and stuff. It is a 1978 movie.
And we've seen it a million times, but it definitely does stand up as a classic.
Yeah, it's a classic, yeah.
Comparatively, it's very mellow.
Yes.
It's very mild, it's very mellow.
Very...
And it's funny because I remember growing up, I was never into the Halloween series as much as I was the Friday the 13th movies. And I didn't actually get into Halloween franchise until I was an adult. And I have to wonder now if that was because Friday the 13th had more gore, it had more action, not much of a storyline, unlike Halloween.
Right.
But maybe that's why it didn't click as much with me.
Well, it's funny because, like we said in the beginning, this opened up in one theater.
Yeah.
Which means that there was almost near to no faith in this movie whatsoever. But it made money, And the thing is, it's like it has that slow burn that most like early.
I'm giggling as we're looking through because, like every other channel or streaming service, they just don't even have Halloween 3.
Yeah.
Because they stick with the Michael Myers franchise.
Even though, not gonna lie, Halloween 3 is kind of an underrated movie because it has a pretty good twist of a story with it. But anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a complete slow burn type movie.
Mhm.
It was all about John Carpenter always wanted the suspense of the kill instead of the kill itself.
Right.
You know, he wanted that stalkerish, you know, what would happen if you were being stalked, you know, type thing. And the POVs worked.
Yeah. I also have to wonder what in him changed. If it was him that didn't want the gore, what changed?
Well, you do have to also realize he didn't do any of the other Halloween movies.
Fair. I mean, he did have involvement with this last one.
That's different.
With the new trilogy.
It's different because it's following his original plan of the motif of the character. You know. And
yeah, but even look at the Thing. That's incredibly gory.
Yes, that's also later in his career.
That's also true.
After this movie, like, even though the movie got somewhat popular and stuff like that, John Carpenter still wasn't taken seriously as a director. He was very played down in Hollywood. Unlike the UK, he was more, you know, pronounced there because they loved his work there.
Right.
He had a different way of doing movies. You know, he had a different vision of doing things and stuff like that. And I mean, John Carpenter is completely is a completely underrated actor. Is a completely underrated director. You know, along with loads of other. I mean, the guy literally created the slasher genre.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you.
When nobody else did it at the time, and nobody else thought it was going to do anything.
Right. Like, the closest thing you had was Psycho with Hitchcock.
Yeah.
And they didn't have, like, your drive-in horror movies. They were either supernatural, sci-fi, creature features, you know, with actual monsters.
Right.
You know, you had a lot of your Mummy, your Dracula, your
nobody had.
You were getting your zombies because you had
George Romero,
Night of the Living Dead at that point.
1968.
I believe so.
Yeah. But yeah, this was the genre of the slasher films, the genre of the masked antagonist that just doesn't stop.
Yeah. That supernatural being.
Yeah. You know, but again, Halloween is one of those movies where it's either you love it or hate it. You know, it's, and we're not even talking about the series. We're just talking about this movie in general.
Yeah.
It's one of those love it or hate it movies. It's either boring or it's exciting. And
it could be either one depending on what mood you're in when you watch it.
Right.
Because tonight, I found it a little boring. But there have been other times when I've watched it when I was like, yeah, you know, like I'm into it. So. And
I was noticing that. That's why I was kind of keeping the.
Yeah.
The mood
and towards
going.
like the middle, I was starting to get back into like I was starting to get into it. But like, yeah, just it was weird. I think, like I said, for me, the sound was throwing me as well.
And I can understand that.
Because I couldn't hear it, so, you know, it was just.
You know, but as a movie like this should be always well respected around these times of year, and it's been inspired. It's been inspirational for other filmmakers, you know, to do movies like Friday the 13th, and then later down the road. What's it called? A Nightmare on Elm Street, and you know, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Scream, and you know, so for for the respect of the fact that it is a cult classic and it's in its own class and what's the word? And it's in its own category, its own genre.
Well,
It won't.
I wouldn't say genre, but I get what you mean.
Yeah, you get what I mean.
Yeah.
It's in a class all by itself. Where I don't feel I should rate it really.
No.
Because
It's kind of unrateable.
Like I said, you either love it or hate it. It all depends on the mood that you're in when you watch it. You know, it does I do recommend watching documentaries about the movie being made.
Yeah.
There is one, of course, on Netflix called The Movies That Made Us.
Yep.
There's a small documentary about Halloween there that has a lot of really cool things to learn about this movie. Makes you appreciate the movie even more. And loads of other things. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that will be the conclusion of part 1 of the Halloween double feature.
Yes.
Tune in to the next video, which you'll see soon. After this, you better, of Halloween Kills.
Be aware, if you haven't seen it, you want to see it, don't watch video number 2 because there's spoilers galore.
Yes. And if you haven't watched it, go to the theaters or, get it on the
HBO
stream.
Max.
Yep, HBO. Is it on it? No.
Yes, it is.
It is? Okay.
Oh, yes,
It's on
it
HBO
is,
Max.
I believe.
Thought it was on Peacock for some reason.
Is it Peacock?
It is, actually.
All right, it's one of those.
But anyway, go there and watch this movie and then watch the reaction after this video. Also, should you tell it or should I?
Trick or treat. We've got some treats for you.
Correct. One of them is...
Our merch store.
Yes!
Is open.
Yes, our merch store is up and running after tireless efforts of kind of getting some merch in there and making 2 new designs for some t-shirts.
Very cool logos.
Yes.
Very cool logos.
And I will display them here.
Done by...
They are done by none other than our True Story Bro co-host, Black Caesar. And he does lovely work. Lovely commission work.
So cool. Can't wait for you guys to see them.
Correct. These are the artworks. If you want to follow him, I'll put his thing right here, his Instagram right there. And if, of course, you want to get yourself some merch and represent Saturday Night Nightmare, you can go to this store right here. I'll have it up here.
Yeah.
And trust me,
our t-shirts haven't come in yet, or else we'd be wearing them.
Exactly, I know. Yeah, slow on the uptake, but next weekend. Well, next weekend we'll do it.
Yes.
But anyway, yes, you can check that out. I'm so proud that we got this store up and running. I really wanted to showcase Black Caesar's work and also kind of give you guys, the fans, something to, rep your horror cinema, brains and fans out there of like all types of horror. We just wanted to kind of give you a thank you for sticking around. So this merch store is for you guys. So help yourselves. Trust and believe. Down the road, I will be throwing discounts so you can get your hands on some stuff for cheap prices. And also, I am also going to say thank you to Wild Bills as usual.
Yep.
That will be linked up here.
Yes.
And you can go there and get yourself some cool shit. You got anything?
Do I? Am I forgetting something?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
You don't got nothing? All right.
Nope.
So, thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe. And as always, we're going to keep it real.
And we're going to keep it spooky.
But as always, and especially on this wonderful night, we're going to keep it real spooky. See you guys next week. But if you guys want to go for the double feature, see you guys soon. Peace.
Bye.